What about, there's an example he did that kind of continues with that.
Okay.
So, like he just did it today. And it's where now they're doing all the stuff we have to like find the variable cost and then the fixed cost. Yeah. And we have to like solve for it, and I don't really know how to solve for them, so.
Okay, do you want to go over this one?
Yeah.
Okay, so they produced and sold 12,000 units. So they sold each unit for $25. So cost per unit of product was $25. And then their contribution margin was $90,000 on sales of $33,600. So for sales, we have that number, $33,600.
That's sales.
So that's sales. Cost per unit was $25. So to find the variable cost, you'll do, I would think you would just do the 12,000 times the 25. Is that what he did?
So you get, yeah, that's right. Because you get 240,000, so that's right. And it's 300,000.
That's the.
Oh, 240. Wait, what am I doing again?
So it's 12,000
25.
times.
It's 25. Yeah, I put the 300,000.
300,000. So our contribution margin is 36,000, and they wanted to know the fixed and variable. Okay, so if we don't know this, so that's X. Contribution margin we have is 96,000. So we can find this number by subtracting, do 336 minus the 96, and that will give you your variable expenses.
Oh, yeah, okay, I see what you're doing.
And then, because you have the total of the 300,000, which is all your expenses, so part of that is gonna be variable, and part of that will be fixed.
Yeah, you just move stuff around too. That's where you get the 240, that makes sense.
Okay, so this is 240, and then so it was 300,000 for the 12,000 times the 25, so that means there's 60,000 left that are fixed expenses. So 36,000 would be your net income.
And where did you do that? How did you get 60,000 again?
Okay, because we did the 12,000 times 25, and that equaled the 300,000, right?
300,000, yeah.
So we took 336 minus the 96 and got 240.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's part of the cost, yeah. So that's part of this 300,000, and so I subtracted that and got 60.
How'd you know to do that?
Because I know this is the total expense, and this part is the variable part of the expense, and then this, so the remainder of the expense is the fixed part.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Because you have fixed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he went a step further and he found the per unit price.
Okay.
And I don't know, he found 20 and somehow got $8, and he found the per unit cost of 25 and then somehow got $5 of that. I don't know what he was doing.
So if he was finding the sales, because you'll just take like the sales number divided by the units, and that will give you your sales price per
Sale
unit.
price, okay. And that was it 28? Yeah, that's 28.
Okay, and then if you want to do it for variable, you would do the same thing, just a 240 divided by the 12,000.
Which would give you, so it would be $8, because that would be 20.
Because this is 20.
28 with the variable,
Contribution margin's 8,
so $8.
and this is 30, so this is, except for it's a fixed cost, so you're not gonna find it for that.
Is there a way I can set it up kind of like you have the sales minus variable, but the same way where it includes variable cost and fixed cost and contribution margin? Like a kind of like a chart where I can kind of just memorize it and kind of go off from there. Does that make sense? Because you know how you have it written out, like all that, and it's similar to that. Is there a way that you know of that can show the variable cost and the fixed cost as well? Does that make sense?
Like on the income statement or not?
Kind of like that form.
This is always what your income statement is gonna look like.
Okay.
It might break it down and like list each variable expense by itself. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But this will always be like the main format.
Okay, so I should write out kind of like that, like
This, yeah. Because this, we just plug in the numbers for each of these.
have like the sales, which are 336,000, and the
Mhm.
variable cost and the contribution margin, and then 60,000 was the fixed cost, which
The
is the expenses.
96,000.
That's the contribution margin, right?
Yeah.
And then the fixed expenses is the 60,000. Okay, I just gotta remember to write it like that. And then you can do the same thing with per unit, right? Per unit costs, kind of write it out like that as well.
And then you'll just, they'll give you the units number and like the totals, and you'll still have to divide it.
Just divide them out.
Yeah.